While the world was still ringing in the new year on the morning of January 1st, 2026, sending out resolutions, toasts, and hopeful messengers, Wang Ziqi and Wang Yuwen quietly shifted the entire tone of the day with one quiet, powerful revelation. Without warning, without build-up, they shared that their daughter had been born a full month earlier. The entertainment world didn't just miss it, they had no clue. No rumors, no blurry paparazzi shots, not even a hint on social media. In an age where the smallest moments are picked apart online, their silence was not just rare, it was extraordinary. The announcement was calm, intentional, and striking in its sincerity. Ziqi opened with a heartfelt New Year's wish, extending warmth and peace to everyone, before gently sharing that his and Yuwen's new chapter had already begun. Then Yuwen stepped in, her words measured and moving. Their daughter, she revealed, had been born in early December, shortly after their wedding. She arrived quietly, just as they'd hoped, welcomed only by those they loved and those they trusted. There was no spectacle, no media circus, because that's exactly what they wanted. It wasn't secrecy for the sake of hiding, it was sheltering something sacred from a world that rarely looks away. They spoke candidly about those final weeks of pregnancy, how intense it was to carry not just the physical weight, but the emotional one, the eyes, the attention, the pressure. That final month, they said, was for them and their daughter alone. They paused everything. No shoots, no travel, no online posts. Even some close friends were kept at a distance, asked lovingly to respect the space they were carving out. And when January 1st arrived, they chose to speak, not to stay ahead of headlines, but because the timing finally felt right. For them, the new year wasn't about spectacle, it was about a fresh start, shared with honesty, not obligation. They were clear, there had been no leaks. No looming reveal forced their hand. They had simply reached a place where the joy they'd been living could now be shared. The joy had been real, private, and fully theirs before it ever touched a screen. For weeks, they lived the quiet chaos of new parenthood, exhausted, overwhelmed, yet completely in awe. There were no grand announcements or public celebrations, just a quiet home filled with late-night feedings, whispered lullabies, and a growing sense of wonder. Parenthood, they said, rewired how they experienced time. Everything slowed. The outside world faded. For a little while, all that mattered was their daughter. When asked how they managed to keep such a monumental event hidden, Ziqi's answer was refreshingly simple. They decided to. From the very beginning, they made a plan, kept their circle tight, and surrounded themselves with people who valued trust as much as they did. This wasn't about secrecy, was about drawing clear lines in a life so often lived under scrutiny. Yuwen echoed that idea, adding something even more poignant. Their daughter didn't sign up for this life, they did. And that means it's their job to decide what parts of their world she sees. Right now, they're not thinking about comeback projects or schedules. Their focus is firmly on recovery, bonding, and slowly finding their footing again as a family of three. In just a few minutes, Wang Ziqi and Wang Yuwen didn't just deliver news, they offered a masterclass in vulnerability and boundary setting. On a day built around fresh starts, they gave the world a glimpse of something deeply human. And just like that, January 1st became more than just a date, it became the day two stars reminded everyone that real joy doesn't always need a stage.